evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch Advanced. The 1980 season is on the air. Today's date is May 3rd, 1980, our first game of the month of May. We are at Oakland-Alameda County Coliseum for an American League matchup between the Detroit Tigers and the Oakland Athletics. The Tigers come into this game struggling a bit early, 6-13. The Athletics, however, are 12-9. And right now, Oakland is about only a couple of games behind first place in the American League West, but we're only entering the second month of the 1980 season, so we got a long way to go yet, of course. So now it's time to go into the month of May, and I'm thinking we're going to have some good matchups here in the month. So hopefully everyone is set and ready. I hope everyone enjoyed a little day off that I got from yesterday, and we're ready to play some baseball, I think. So we are set to go. Davonine, GLA, and Jack Dawson are first to join us here at Oakland Coliseum. The Athletics historically won this game 5-3. They had 9 hits and 1 error. The Tigers had 9 hits and 2 errors. We'll see what Inside Pitch has to say tonight. It is actually my first Tigers game of the season, so I'm pretty sure Chuck Rawlings will probably join me somewhere in the chat. And, of course, if his ears are burning, he will be there. So, if everybody is set and ready to go, it is time to play some baseball. And there is Chuck Rawlings, of course, at Oakland Coliseum. And let's get ready to go. Starting pitcher for the Oakland Athletics tonight is Brian Kingman. He had 8 wins and 20 losses, but he had a 3.83 ERA. That tells me for some reason he got no run support at when he pitched. We are at Oakland-Alameda County Coliseum. This is pretty much a pitcher's park. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 home runs. Only 4 home runs. 4 home run cells on the board. There is a chance to rob a home run with -3 to the adjustment of the range. The wall heights are 8 feet high, so home runs can be robbed here. Only adds +1 to walks. So, without further ado, it is time to play some baseball as B. Shaker 1188 joins us at Oakland Coliseum. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Tigers, second baseman Lou Whitaker, who should be in the Hall of Fame with Trammell. 233 average, 1 homer, 45 RBIs in 1880. He was only 23 years old that year. We're going to use green, white, and yellow dice. King Athletics are the home team as Big Life Crisis joins us here at Oakland Coliseum. No one on that staff got run support. They had no bullpen. That is true, as I've already looked here. It is time to play some baseball. Let's begin the month of May. Kingman, 6'5". Against the lefty, walk, and the 14 is going to walk him. He'll go ahead and walk Whitaker, so Whitaker starts off with a base on balls. First walk given up by Kingman. He had 77 of them that season. That'll bring up the shortstop. Alan Trammell, Hall of Famer, needs Whitaker in there really to really validate that. But he was a heck of a player, of course. 300 average, 9 homers, 65 RBIs, but Trammell needs Whitaker in there. Infield with double play, because without Whitaker, Trammell doesn't get in the Hall. That is a 6, and Whitaker will stay put. Kingman, 4-6, strikeout 8, and that is a cold strike 3 on Trammell. He got him. First strikeout for Kingman. He had 116 of them, as the lovely Barbara joins us here at Oakland Coliseum. Next batter is the designated hitter, Richie Hebner. 290 average, 12 homers, 82 RBIs. Nothing wrong with those stats. Strategy, and wrong dice, of course. Strategy roll, and that's a 20, but nothing happening. Kingman, 5'7", range play at the park. Oakland Coliseum, 7-7. It's a fly ball to center field. Going after him is Dwayne Murphy. That's going to be an automatic out because Murphy's range is a 7, and with a range play roll, and if you roll an 8, the home team automatically makes the play. That's going to be an automatic out. It'll be a fly out to center. No way Murphy cannot get the ball. That'll bring up, next batter will be the right fielder, Champ Summers, 297 average, 17 homers, 60 RBIs. Nothing wrong with those stats. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Oakland Coliseum. Anything for Whitaker, he will stay where he is. Kingman, 6-1, strikeout, no. Summers, 1-2, grounded to first base. Easy play for Dave Revering, and he'll take it to the bag himself and end the inning. Nothing across except a walk. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers, 25-year-old Jack Morris. Morris the Cat, Hall of Famer. Yeah, I'll give it to him. 16 wins, 15 losses, a 4.18 ERA. Not one of his better seasons, but Morris the Cat, yeah, I'll give him the Hall of Fame nod. Leading off for the Athletics, some 21-year-old bum named Ricky Henderson. His first real year in the majors. This kid here, Ricky Henderson, says he wants to be the greatest leadoff hitter in baseball history. Nice try, kid. We'll see about that, man, kid. I'm not sure about that though. 303 average though, 9 homers, 53 RBIs, and he did have 100, and it did. Reverend. So it's Dave Revering. Okay, thank you there. All right. Ricky Henderson wants to be the greatest leadoff hitter in baseball history. Nice try, kid. Although he did get 100 stolen bases that year. Morris, 4-4. Range play at the park. Oakland Coliseum, 8-5. And that is going to be a ground ball to first base. That ball is hit to Jason Thompson. His range is a 4, and he won't get it. It'll be a base hit. That'll be a single pass first. I do roll to see if Morris allows a double, a 1 or a 2, since it was down the first base line. And nope, that will be a single. So Henderson will hold at first base with a base hit. That'll bring up the center fielder, Dwayne Murphy. Always felt Murphy was a very solid player. 274 average, 13 homers, 68 RBIs that year. Infield a double play. And Henderson, he does get the steal, and he's going. 16 plus 2 is 18. Parrish a -1 arm. A 1-17, he is safe. And that is a 20, but he could drop the ball. No, Henderson is out. Wow. He's caught stealing, but the fielder does not drop the ball, and Henderson is out at second base, 1 down. Henderson is out. So Morris will now pitch to Murphy with the bases empty. Morris, 6-2. It's a blank. Murphy, 5-5. And that is going to be against a righty. It's a grounder to first. That'll be taken care of there by Thompson. And Thompson will make the play to the bag himself, 2 down. Here's the designated hitter, Mitchell Page, 244 average, 17 homers, 51 RBIs that year. Yeah. Ricky Henderson tried to steal and he got tossed. Yeah, right, Ricky. You want to be the greatest leadoff hitter ever? You got a long way to go, kid. Morris, 7-1 against the lefty. Possible home run against the righty. Page has a 17. With the bases empty, +1 is an 18. And because of that, because Jack Morris has a +1 with the bases empty, that 17 becomes an 18. And guess what that number is? Yeah. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Mitchell Page. Jack Morris, because he gives a +1 to home run ratings, that is the reason why the Athletics have a 1-0 lead. That'll bring up the first baseman, Dave Revering, 290 average, 15 homers, 62 RBI. Since Devil 9 went ahead and corrected me on the pronunciation. Thank you, sir. Cutter Historical joins us here at Oakland Coliseum. And Philip Reynolds. Morris, 3-6, walk, ball 4. He'll walk Revering. Revering will trot to first. And that is the first walk given up by Morris. He had 82 of them. That's a little bit on the high side. Here's the third baseman, Wayne Gross. I thought Gross was a solid player. 281 average, 14 homers, 61 RBIs. Still 2 outs here in the inning. Still 2 outs here, but 1-0 Athletics. The A's did win this game historically. As rigged. Yeah, maybe it was rigged because of that. Strategy roll, nothing on the 12. Morris, 1-7. That's a blank. Gross, 8-5, and that's a grounder to second base, and that will be taken care of there by Whitaker, and Whitaker is going to throw to first to get Gross and end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits and a walk. A solo bomb by Mitchell Page. 1-0 Swingin' A's after 1, and yes, they were still known as the Swingin' A's in 1980. We go to the top of the second, and no, we're not going 15 tonight, Philip Reynolds. Leading off for the Tigers is the catcher, Lance Parrish. Again, solid player. 286 average, 24 bombs, 82 RBIs. I'm pretty sure Chuck Rawlings has no problem with that. Had no issue with Lance Parrish's career. Kingman, 3-3. It's a blank. Parrish, 8-6, and that is a fly ball to center field. And that will be handled by Murphy for out number 1. Here's the first baseman, Jason Thompson. 214 average, 4 homers, 20 RBIs that year. Pitch from Kingman. 1-2 against the lefty. Walk. 14 is going to just miss. Thompson, 3-7, and that's another fly out to center. Another catch by Murphy. 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Tim Corcoran. He's in left field for this game. 288 average, 3 homers, 18 RBIs in 80. Kingman, 3-6, strikeout 10. And nope, that's going to be too high. Corcoran, 8-2, fly ball to right field this time. That's going to be Tony Armas making that catch. And he will retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Tigers. Go to the bottom of the second. Speaking of Tony Armas, he will lead off. He is in right field, 279 average, 35 homers, 109 RBIs. Does anybody have a problem if I say Tony Armas belongs in the Hall of the Very Good? Morris, 2-1, strikeout. He'll get him. He'll strike out Armas. That is the first K for Morris the Cat. He only had 112 that year. Next up is the catcher, Jeff Newman. 233 average, 15 homers, 56 RBIs. Morris, 3-4, strikeout. Got him. They'll strike out Newman. That is the second K. And now the shortstop, Mario Guerrero. He's not related to Pedro, is he? 239 average, 2 homers, 23 RBIs. Both teams right now, Philip Reynolds, stink. Morris, 6'5", and against a righty, that's going to be a blank. Guerrero, a 7-3, and that's going to be a base hit past short. There are no runners in scoring position. It's an RS6, so it'll be a base hit past short for Guerrero. So he gets the single is automatic. Here's the second baseman, Rob Piccolo, 240 average, 5 homers, 18 RBIs that year. Guerrero had 3 steals, and he's not getting one here. Morris the Cat, 7-5, strikeout 1, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. Morris strikes out the side, no runs and a hit, 1-0 A's after 2. A 7-5 is a K, and then an HR, but he was not tired, so that is an automatic. That will be a strikeout on Pichula. We go to the third. Leading off with the center fielder, a young 23-year-old Kirk Gibson. You know what? I'm actually very happy that that Chris put the ages on the cards. 263 average, 9 homers, 16 RBIs for Gibby. Kingman, 5-1, walk, 14 is high. Gibson, 5-5, and that's going to be a ground out to short, handled easily by Guerrero. And the throw goes to first, 1 down. Here's the third baseman, Tom Brookins. 275 average, 10 homers, 66 RBIs. I think this was one of Brookins' better hitting years, Chuck. Very good third baseman, just not great hitter, but this was one of his better hitting years. Will Swingle joins us here at Oakland Coliseum. Kingman, 3-4, error on a booted ball. Brookins, 1-3. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball, left field, caught by Henderson. Ricky will get to it for the second out. Here's Whitaker. Whitaker walked his first time up. Kingman with the pitch. 8-7. Pickoff. Nobody on base, but we go at the park. Oakland Coliseum, 6-4, and that's a ground ball to third. That'll be handled by Gross. And Gross will take his time and toss it over and retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the third. Henderson had 100 steals in 1980. He just got, but trying to steal his first base here, he got thrown out. Speaking of Ricky, here is Ricky Henderson. He got a single his first time up, but got thrown out trying to steal. Yeah, greatest leadoff hitter in baseball history. Good luck there, kid. He was 21 years old in 19. This was actually his rookie year. Morris, 2-5, wild pitch, blank. Henderson, 7-8, and against the righty, he's going to fly out to center, and that'll be handled by Gibby. And Gibson makes the catch. Next up is Murphy. Murphy is 0 for 1. Morris the cat. 6-4. Hit by pitch, -2. Murphy is a 4. -2 makes him a 2. The 6 is too high. Murphy, 1-1, and ground out to short, handled by Trammell. And Trammell will throw that over for the second out. Here's Page. Page hit a bomb his first time up. The reason why the A's are leading 1-0. Morris, 5-5 against the lefty. Strikeout, and he will get him. Struck him out. That is the 4th K for Morris. And 1, 2, 3 go the A's. 1-0 in favor of Oakland after 3. Is Demos managing the Tigers? I don't know. We go to the top of the 4th, and it will be Alan Trammell leading off for Detroit. He's 0 for 1. Kingman will pitch. Kingman, 5-3, error on a boot. Trammell, 4-8, and that's going to be a base hit past third, and that will not be an error on a booted ball. That will just be a single. No error chance on that. So I'm still learning where you throw the errors on a booted ball, but that will be a single for Trammell. And that's the first base hit for the Tigers in the game. Here's Hebner. Hebner is 0 for 1. Infield set for double play. Strategy roll for Trammell. He had 12 steals, and he is not going here. Kingman, 1-8. Strikeout. Got him. Kingman will strike out Hebner on the 3. And that is the second strikeout for Kingman. And that is out number 1. And here's Summers. Summers is 0 for 1. Yep, 84 was the Tigers' year. Just like 86 was the Mets' year. That is a 1. Trammell gets the jump. I don't think I'm going to send him. 10 minus 1 is 9. And Newman is a 0. 45% chance, no, he'll stay put. Kingman will pitch. Kingman, 7-2. Hit by pitch, -2. Summers is a 16. -2 makes him a 14. That's a 12. He hit him. Plunk, ouch. So Kingman hits Summers, and now runners at first and second with 1 out. First hit batter of the game. And now the batter is Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 1. I'm going to be making a change to hit by pitches. I know pitchers are supposed to be thrown out after a hit batter. And I think one time I played a game and I started losing pitchers that way. I may no longer have the 3 hit batter rule. I may no longer use that. A hit by pitch is a hit by pitch. I may just not start ejecting pitchers unless it's off the rare play chart, because there is a chart where the pitcher does get ejected for that. Now the brawl, however, the brawl that's on the rare play chart would happen if 2 batters already got hit by a pitch. It's supposed to be if 3 batters are hit in the game, pitchers are ejected automatically. As I said, I may not be doing that anymore. But the brawl, however, can only come up, all right, if it's rolled for twice. I might just start doing that. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Kingman, 6-7, error on a booted ball. Parrish, 5-2. Nope, that's popped up. Infield fly rule, pop out to short, and that's going to be grabbed by Guerrero. That's out number 2. So 2 outs. And now the batter is Thompson. Ghost of a Flea joins us here at Oakland Coliseum. And I've seen you before, but I'm not sure where. Here's Thompson. Runners at first and second. And nothing on the 4. He'll stay put. Pitch from Kingman. 1-6 against the lefty. That's going to be an automatic out. It'll be a fly ball to right field. It'll be an easy play for Armas, and that'll retire the side. No runs, a hit, and a hit batter. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Tribe fan, I dip in for the Indians games. Tribe fan, I dip in. What is that you, Tim? It's not you, Tim, is it? Tribe fan, I dip in for the Indians games. Oh. Really? Is that you, Tim? Goes to the Flea? I think he's saying he's a Tribe fan like Tim. Oh, okay. All right, now I get it. That's cool. Yes. Okay, no. All right, goes to the Flea. But good to have you here, my good man. Very good to have you here. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Dave Revering leads off. He got a walk his first time up. Morris will pitch. Morris the cat. 6-5. And against the lefty, that's a possible home run. Against the righty, Revering needs an 18. +1 from Morris with bases empty is a 19. And that's a 10. And it doesn't matter. It's gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Dave Revering. Stadium cheers. Yay! Second home run given up by Morris the cat. And it's now 2-0 in favor of the A's as Revering hits 1 out. Next batter is Gross. He's 0 for 1. 2-0 A's. A's historically won this game 5-3. Morris, 2-5. Wild pitch. It's a blank. Gross, 6-2. And against the righty, it'll be a base hit. That'll be a single past first. And Gross is on. And now here's Armorall. Armas is 0 for 1. Infield set for double play. Strategy. Nothing on the 14. Gross will stay put. Morris, 1-7, blank. Armas, 2-3, and that is a grounder to third base. Ground ball to third, so it's hit to third. So it is so hit to third is no adjustment. No adjustment from Morris. So it's hit to third. That is an 11. Armas is a 6+. That is going to be a 5-4-3 double play. 2 outs. Armas into a lot of double plays. And he is out of there. 2 men down on the around the horn. And now the batter is Newman. Newman is 0 for 1. I mentioned it was very early. Jack Morris still rigged. Morris the cat. 5-2. It's a blank. Newman. 5-1. And that'll be grounded to second base. Whitaker will get that. He should be in the Hall of Fame. And he'll send it over and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, a solo bomb by Dave Revering. 2-0 swinging A's after 4. Top of the 5th. Tim Corcoran leads off. He's 0 for 1. Kingman will settle in. Kingman can pitch to 30. And Morris can pitch to 31. Kingman will deal. Kingman, 1-7. Pitcher result. That's a 17 against the lefty. It's going to be a blank. Corcoran, 1-5. Fly ball to left field. And that's going to be some young, wet behind the ears kid named Ricky who will make the catch. Gibson is next. He got a single his first time. You know, he's 0 for 1. My bad. 0 for 1. Kingman will deal. Kingman, 6-3. Range play 13. That's a 13. It's a range play. Gibson, 8-7. Fly ball left field. Once again, that's going to Ricky Henderson. He's going to make the catch because his range is a 7. Home teams make it on a range play roll of 8. It won't matter. It's going to be a fly out to left field, and Henderson will get it. If you got a range play of 7 and you're on the home team, you're automatically making the play. Here's Brookins. Brookins is 0 for 1. 2 men down. Kingman with the pitch. 3-7. That's an automatic out. It'll be a fly ball to center field. And this time, Dwayne Murphy's going to get to it. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 1-2-3, go the Tigers. Brian Kingman working on a 1-hitter. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Mario Guerrero leads off for Oakland. He got a single his first time up. 2-0 A's. Pitch from Morris. 7-6. Range play 13. That's a 16. Not a range play. Guerrero. 4-5. And that's a hard liner right to third. That'll be gloved by Brookins. 1 out. It's not a range play, so it turns out to be an out. Brookins probably would have made the play anyway. His range is a 7. Here's Piccolo. Piccolo is 0 for 1. Morris with the deal. Morris, 6-5. Against the righty, it's a blank. Piccolo, 5-2. Ground out to short. Handled easily by Trammell. And Trammell tosses it 2 down. Here's this young bum named Ricky. He's 1 for 2. Got a single. Morris will deal. Morris, 6-6. That's at the park. Oakland Coliseum, 3-1. And it's a base hit to left field with a possible double. Ricky turning on the Jets. He's going to try for 2. Left fielder is Corcoran. His arm rating is a 6. And I don't get many S7s on this, so I got to double check my work on this one. So, because I know the S7 is different. So let's see here. Roll 1D8 versus base run plus. That's right. So it's a 1D8 because an S plus result. So 1D8 versus adjusted base running rating. So Henderson is a 6 plus 4 makes him a 10 minus the arm, which was hit to 3-1, which was hit to left field, which is Corcoran, and his arm rating is a 6. So a 1-4, Henderson will take second. He does. Henderson turns on the Jets, and he'll get to second base. And that is how you do an S+. So Henderson turns that into a double. And now the batter is Murphy. Murphy is 0 for 2. There are 2 outs in the inning. I'll roll for a strat. I don't think Henderson, in order for Henderson to try to steal, he would need a 3 or lower. He actually gets it. What do you try? I don't think he tried to steal third with 2 outs. He'll stay put. Morris will deal. Morris, 4-5. Possible pickoff, but the 9 is too high. We go to the park. Oakland Coliseum, 6-5, and it's a hard line drive right back to Morris, and he puts up the glove, pop, and the inning is over. Line out to the pitcher, no runs and a hit. Still 2-0, swinging A's. We go to the top of the 6th. Leading off for the Big D is Lou Whitaker. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. You know, it's very possible the Athletics may not be able to, they may not become the Las Vegas Athletics because for some reason the state of Nevada is not allowing them to trademark the Athletics name out there. I think it has to do something with it being a little bit too vague, something like that. Maybe very possible the Athletics may be doing a name change when they move to Vegas. I don't know. Might want to look that up. That's what I read. Kingman, 2-3, strikeout. And no, that just missed. Whitaker, 8-8. It's a fly to left. Easy play for Ricky. And he makes the play for out number 1. Next up is Trammell. Trammell is 1 for 2. Kingman deals. Kingman, 3-3. It's a blank. Trammell, 7-3, ground out to short. Guerrero is there. He'll throw it over for out number 2. Next batter is Hebner. Hebner is 0 for 2. Kingman looking in. He'll deal. Kingman, 8-3. It's a blank. Hebner, 5-7. And that's a line drive right to first. That's gloved by Revering, and the inning is over. Boy, Brian Kingman, he's pitching like Catfish Hunter. He's only given up 1 hit in this ball game. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Mitchell Page leads off for the Athletics. He's 1 for 2 with a bomb. Morris will deal. Morris, 1-2, strikeout. He got him. That is the 5th strikeout for Morris the Cat. And now Revering. Revering hit a bomb his last time up. He's 1 for 1. Just call him the Elvises. I don't know what they're going to call him. But it's very possible they may not be known as the Athletics when they move to Vegas. Morris, 2-4 against the lefty. Strikeout. And nope, that 10 is too high. Revering, 1-1. Deep fly ball to right, but it'll stay in the park easily. Easy play there for Summers. He makes the catch for out number 2. Here's Gross. Gross 1 for 2 with a single. Morris will deal. Morris, 1-7. It's a blank. Gross, 6-1. And against the righty, it's a base hit. Slaps that one past third, and Gross keeps the inning going. Second hit of the game for Gross. And now here's Armorall. Armis is 0 for 2. Gross on it first. We'll roll a strat, and he will stay there. Morris will pitch. Morris, 5-1, walk. 18 is high. Armis, a 4-8, and that's going to be a grounder to first base. That'll be easily played by Thompson, and he's going to take it to the bag himself, and he will get Armis and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Athletics. Fast-moving game. We're already in the 7th inning. And the A's have a 2-0 lead. We go to the 7th. And it will be Champ Summers leading off for the Tigers. He's 0 for 1, got hit by a pitch his last time up. Kingman is up. Kingman, 4-2. Strikeout. Got him. He gets Summers on a K. And he will get him there. That is strikeout number 3 for Brian Kingman. Pitching like friggin' Catfish. Here's Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 2. Kingman with the deal. Kingman, 6-5 against a righty. Strikeout. Got him! Just did. Parrish swung at a low fastball. Should not have swung at that one. That 16 will get him. Struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Kingman. And the next batter is Thompson. Thompson is 0 for 2. Kingman will pitch. Kingman, 3-2 against the lefty. Walk. And that 16 is too high. Thompson, 7-4, and it's a fly ball to right. And Armas will have room to get that. And he does. And retires a side. 1-2-3, go the Cats. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Tomorrow night will be May 6th. We're going to stay in California, but we're going to go from Oakland to Anaheim. It will be the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the California Angels. I know Cutter Historical will not miss a Blue Jays game. It'll be Dave Lemanchik pitching for the Blue Jays and Don Azzi pitching for the Angels. We get our first look at Toronto and California tomorrow night. So the Blue Jays and the Angels, Lemanchik and Azzi, that will be tomorrow night here on the network from, of course, Anaheim Stadium. Bottom of the 7th year, A's lead 2-0. And Jeff Newman leads off for the Athletics. He's 0 for 2. He'll bat. Morris will deal. Morris, 2-5. Wild pitch, it's a blank. Newman, 3-2, and with no runners in scoring position, it's a base hit to center field. Morris has a 9. That's a 17. It will stay a single. So that will be a base hit to center for Newman, as Morris couldn't prevent the hit because there are no runners in scoring position. So now that does take effect. And now here's Guerrero. Guerrero 1 for 2 with a single. Infield set for double play. Strategy. Nothing on the 16, although Guerrero did get the hit and run. He did get a hit and run. Newman had 3 steals. Guerrero does get the hit and run call. Why not? The hit and run is on. Morris, 2-8. It's a blank. Guerrero, 4-8. And that is going to be a ground ball to short. That's going to be a grounder to short. Now the hit and run is on. The hit and run is on, so it's a grounder to short. So that's an 11. Nothing from Jack Morris. Hit to short +1 makes him a 12. But a hit and run, you subtract 10. You subtract 10 on a hit and run, so that actually makes that a 2. And the base running rating of Newman goes up 3, becomes a 4. So that's going to be a 2. Newman is going to make second base. The only play they have is the first, and that is out number 1. Here's Piccolo. Piccolo, so that works. So the hit and run in a way does work, grounder to short. Here's Piccolo, he's 0 for 2. I'm pretty sure Chris will check my work if I did that right, but I'm pretty sure I think I did this time. Nope. Runner on second base, A's do lead 2-0. Strategy roll, nothing on the 18. Piccolo does get a sacrifice, but he'll swing away. Morris, 7-7. That's going to be an automatic out, and it will be a fly ball to right field, and that'll be grabbed there by Summers For out number 2, does Newman take third? And that is a 6-5 on a fly to right and holds if the arm rating is 5-7. Right fielder for the Tigers is Summers. His arm rating is a 6. So actually Newman will stay at second base as the throw came in pretty well. So that's going to be out number 2. Hold if the arm rating is 5-7. His arm rating is a 6. So he will hold. And now there are 2 down. And here is a very young Ricky. Ricky 2 for 3, a single and a double. Morris, strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. Morris will deal. Morris, 1-1. That's a pitcher result. That is a 3. And against a righty, it's going to be an automatic out. And it is going to be a ground ball to short. Picked up there easily by Trammell. The throw will go to first, and that will retire the side. Chris Davis told me to use the die off of this no matter what that number is. He said that the numbers, the star line actually matches what he had there. So that will be an out, a ground out to short. And that will do it. No runs and a hit for the A's after 7, still 2-0 in a pitcher's duel. We go to the 8th. Kingman continuing to pitch, and why not? He's only given up 1 lousy hit. Here's Corcoran. Tim Corcoran is 0 for 2. Kingman will pitch. Bullpen is ready for the A's just in case. 5-2, error on a grounder. Corcoran, 5-6, and nope, that's going to be a fly out to right, and that'll be caught by Armas. That's out number 1. Here's Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 2. Kingman deals. Kingman, 1-2, lefty, walk. 13 is too high. Gibson, 7-2, and against a righty, it's a base hit. Gibson will hit a single past second base, and that is only the second hit of the game given up by Kingman. It'll now bring up Brookins, and Brookins is 0 for 2. Infield set for double play. Even though there is really nothing to check on double play, there's no range penalties or anything. I just do that to remind myself to check for double play. Gibson on at first. Strategy rolls are still on, and that is an 11. He's not going to go anywhere. Kingman will deal. Kingman, 3-5 against a righty. Strikeout, no. Brookins, an 8-4, and it's a ground ball to short. That's a 10. That's a 10. Hit to short is a +1, makes it 11. Kingman -2 makes it a 9. And that's going to be a 14. That is not going to be a double play. The 9 is higher than Gibson. That will be a fielder's choice. So Brookins will rate there as Gibson is out. And they're 2 away. And now here's Whitaker. Whitaker is 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 outs, top of the 8th. Strategy roll for Brookins, and he stays where he is. Kingman will pitch. Kingman, 8-3, it's a blank. Whitaker, 7-7, ground ball to short, easily played by Guerrero. He's going to throw to first to get Whitaker, and that will do it. No runs and a hit. Brian Kingman pitching an absolute gem. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Morris can pitch to 3 more batters before he tires. He's going to pitch. This is 1980, not 2026. Morris will go ahead and pitch to Dwayne Murphy. He's 0 for 3. Morris, 3-4, strikeout. Got him. And that is going to be the 6th K for Morris. 1 down. Next batter is Page. Page is 1 for 3 with a bomb. Oh, I lost to Luke Donald. Well, can't win them all. But thank you there, Cutter Historico. It was a lot of fun to see you do it. Morris, 2-1, strikeout, got Page. Struck him out. That is the 7th K for Morris. And now Revering. The Athletics have 2 runs, and both of them are solo bombs. Morris will go ahead and deal. Morris, 1-8, walk. 10 is just going to miss. Revering, 6-7, and that's going to be a ground out to short. That'll be handled easily there by Trammell, and the throw will go to first to retire the side. 1-2-3, go the Athletics. 2-0 swinging A's. But will we see some ninth inning magic? 2-0 Athletics. Alan Trammell leads off. Kingman can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. I don't know how many complete games he had. He only had 8 wins. So I'm going to check real quick, which I can do real fast. And see, I don't know if he had any complete games. In 1980, he had... he had 10 complete games with a record of 8 wins and 20 losses. He had 10 complete games. Wow. And yet he lost. So he must have pitched all the way through with even some losses. I'm going to let him pitch. So Trammell will be up there, but the Athletics do have the bullpen ready to go. Their closer is set. Kingman will deal. Kingman, 3-7. That's an automatic out. It'll be a ground ball to short, and Guerrero will get to it for out number 1. Next up is Hebner. Hebner is 0 for 3. Kingman, yeah, obviously great starting pitching with 94 complete games. That's ridiculous. Kingman, 8-4, and walk. 20 is going to miss. Hebner, 3-8, and that's going to be a ground out to second base. There are no runners in the scoring position, and that'll be taken care of by Piccolo, and he'll throw to first for out number 2. And the last chance for the Tigers will be Champ Summers. Kingman is tired. They're going to let him pitch. Summers is 0 for 2, but got hit by a pitch. Kingman looking on Summers. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Fans here in Oakland would like to see another win for the A's. Kingman gets the sign from Newman. He will pitch. Kingman, 1-6. Against the lefty, it's an automatic out. It's a fly ball to left field. And a very young kid named Ricky Henderson will come in a little bit, puts out his glove, blop, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The swinging A's shut out the Detroit Tigers 2-0. Brian Kingman pitched a 2-hitter. Stadium cheers. Yay! So Brian Kingman gets a victory, a 2-0 A's win. A 2-hit shutout by Brian Kingman. Final line score coming up. For the Athletics, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Tigers, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Brian Kingman. He goes the distance and gets a complete game. Jack Morris takes the loss, but he also goes the distance and gets a complete game in the loss. Nobody there on the save. What a good game to start the month of May. And we are not done. 10-minute ticker is next. That was a good pitching matchup. That was a good game, I think. Inside pitch advanced. I just can't go back to inside pitch. And I love inside pitch. I love the nuances of inside pitch advanced. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So today is May 3rd, and the Tigers are going to get a 2-0 shutout, or get shut out by Oakland. Let's see how the rest of the majors does. May 3rd, Seattle at California. Mariners 11:43, and that's 5. Angels 10:44, that's also 5, and we're going to extras. I'm just gonna count the big dice. Let's see here. Mariners roll a 5, -1 is 4. Angels roll a 3, -1 is 2. That will be a win for the M's. Milwaukee and the White Sox. Brewers 7:35, that is 3. White Sox -114, that's 0. That'll be a win for the Brew Crew. You have a game to head to. See you next time. Thank you, Chuck Rawlings. There'll be another. There will be at least one more Tigers game at the very least. Red Sox and the Royals. Red Sox 12-21, that is 2. Royals 17-51, that's 6. A win for the Royals. Yankees and the Twins. Yankees 13-33, that's 4. Twins 4-41, and that is 3. That's a win for the Yankees. Baltimore at Texas. Orioles 12-62, 7 runs. Rangers 10-44, 5 runs. A win for Jim Palmer. Cleveland and Toronto. Indians 14-52, that's 6. Blue Jays 9-21, that's 2. A win for the Tribe. Cubs and the Reds. Cubs 8-64, that's 7. Reds 14-23, and that's 3. Cubs win. Giants and the Expos. Giants 0-54, 4 runs. Expos 7-53, 5 runs. The Spos will get a win. Padres and the Mets. Can my Mets get a win? Padres 6-21, that is 2. Mets 4-63. And we got us at 6, and we get a happy recap. Dodgers and the Phillies. Dodgers 9-63, that is 7. Phillies 9-42, that is 4. A win for the Dodgers. Braves and the Bucks. Braves 7-53, that's 5 runs. Pirates 11-32, that's 4 runs. The Bravos win. Astros and the Cardinals. Astros 14-63, that's 8. Cardinals 5-41, and that's 3. So win for the Stros. May the 4th be with you. Seattle and California. Mariners 7-36, that's 4. Angels 8-52, 5 runs. Halos win. Brewers and the White Sox. Brewers 11-53, and that's 6. White Sox 9-66, that's 10. It's a win for the White Sox. Boston at Kansas City. Red Sox 10-63, that's 7. Royals 12-41, that is 5. That is a win for the Bo Sox. Yankees and the Twins. Yankees 14-23, 3 runs. Twins 4-26, and that is 2 runs. And the Yankees will get another win. Tigers and the Athletics, doubleheader. Tigers 11-45, that's 5. Oakland 12-14, that is 2. Tigers win the first. Tigers 5-65, that's 7. Athletics 7-43, that's 4. The Tigers win both. Baltimore at Texas. Orioles 26-24, and that's 5. Rangers 8-65, that's 8. A win for the Lone Stars. Cleveland at Toronto in a doubleheader. Indians 8-54, that's 5. Blue Jays 13-54, that's 6. Blue Jays win the first. Cleveland 17-25, and that is 4. Blue Jays 12-15, that is 2, and they'll split the twin bill. Cubs and the Reds in a doubleheader. Cubs 7-11, that's 0. Reds 943, that's 4. That game belongs to the Reds. Cubs 662, and that's 6. Reds 1542, and that is 5, and they'll split the twin bill. Giants and the Expos in a doubleheader. This must have been a doubleheader day for them. Remember, I think back in the days they still had twilight doubleheaders, I guess, scheduled. Maybe back in the 80s, I still think they did. I remember in the 70s you'd have twilight doubleheaders scheduled. Giants and the Expos. Giants 0-45, that is 3. Expos 12-12, that's 1. Giants win the first. Giants 10-61, that is 7. Expos 12-43, that's 5, and the Giants will take both. Padres and the Mets in a doubleheader. Can my Mets get a win? Padres 1943, and that's 6. Mets 644, that's 4. Padres win the first. Padres 11-14, that is 2. Mets 9-13, that's 1. Jeez, Padres win both. Dodgers and the Phillies. Mets stunk that year. Dodgers 17-46, that's 6 runs. Phillies 13-21, that is 3 runs, a win for the Dodgers. Braves and the Pirates. Yep, Sunday doubleheaders. I remember those days. Braves 5-56, and that was 5. Pirates 6-43, and that's 4. The Braves will beat the Pirates. Astros and the Cardinals. Astros 11-55, that was 6. Cardinals 8-46, that is 5. Another win for the Astros. I like the Sunday doubleheaders. You go ahead, you spend a whole day at the ballpark watching 2 baseball games. You usually pay double for it, but it was a whole day at the park where you just sat there, watched the first ball game, then they had a nice little kind of nice little show between the two, and then they got right to the second game. Those were the days back when they had scheduled doubleheaders. May 5th, Minnesota at Baltimore. Twins 3-26, that's 2. Orioles 16-55, that's going to be 7. And the Orioles will get the win. Milwaukee and the White Sox. Brewers 15-64, that's 9. White Sox 4-41, and that will be 3. Cleveland at Oakland. Cleveland 6-41, 4 runs. Athletics 10-45, 5 runs. Boston at Texas. Red Sox 11-13, that is 1. Rangers 13-54, and that is 6. Win for the Lone Stars. Astros and the Expos. Astros 4-34, and that's 3. Expos 1-34, that is 2. Another win for the Stros. Reds and the Mets. Seaver pitching against his old team. Can my Mets get a win? Reds 11-21, and that is 2. Mets 6-66, that's 9, and my Mets will beat Seaver, and we have a happy recap. Braves and the Phillies. Braves -144, that is 3. Phillies 13-56, that's 7, a win for the Fightin' Phils. Giants and the Cardinals. Giants 4-33, that's 3. Cardinals 6-15, and that is 1. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be May 6th. We will be at Anaheim Stadium as the Toronto Blue Jays take on the California Angels. Dave Lemanchek for the Blue Jays and Don Azzi for the Angels. That'll be tomorrow night here on the network. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. It is a shutout win for the Oakland Athletics. Brian Kingman and Jack Morris both pitch a complete game. But it is Kingman who comes out on top 2-0 with only a 2-hitter. We'll see you guys tomorrow.